Everybody, this is Joel from MaravillaNayarit.com and Muñeco say hola. Anyways, I'm here with Muñeco on the Upper East Side doing our Saturday morning ride today. What a beautiful morning. I like to sometimes come up here and start up on the hill and just marvel at the beauty around me. And it really gives you a perspective on Bucerius and how big the town actually is and how much land there is out here, which I know I keep talking about it, and we are getting closer and closer to launching our real estate investment fund, the Balance Fund. We've got a lot of interest, so I think it's going to, the first round of funding is going to sell out pretty quick. Actually starting to get some interest from some bigger funds actually to come in on the fund in the near time future, which is great for those who are in on the early stages, because it gives us a chance to create a little bit of a bump sooner than later down the road, and by being the first people in. If you're old to the channel, you already know. If you're new to the channel, well, welcome. Please subscribe below, hit that like button, comment in the video. Let me know what you think. Engineering will be cranking out at least 2 videos a week. Maybe we'll do more. You know, we're really kind of starting to get into our rhythm together, and I'm enjoying the time with my son, creating a little bit of content here in Mexico. But I thought, and you know, we got some cool things coming up. We got a new podcast that we're going to just kind of implement into the same channel. So it's not going to be a separate channel or anything like that, but we're going to do this podcast, and that's going to be released soon. Going to have some interesting guests come in. I think it'll be pretty entertaining. But as some of you know, we're going to be launching this real estate investment fund, the Balance Real Estate Investment Fund in Mexico, and we're pretty stoked about that. Just got a lot of work to do on just making sure that it's, you know, set up properly, that we have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed with respect to the fund and how everything's going to be managed. But anyways, more news on that soon. If you are interested, you can reach out to info@maravillaNayarit.com and just express your interest, and I'll get you on the list. We definitely have a lot of people interested, which is great to see. And cool thing was, I got a call the other day from someone I know from Calgary. He was you know, pretty interested in looking at, you know, putting us together with a major fund out of Europe that would be coming in sometime in later 2024. But it's good because, you know, we launched this fund at the early stages. A lot of us are able to get in on the ground floor, and then as we already start to improve some of the real estate and get some of the initial deals done, then that makes it more attractive for a larger fund to come in, and all of us end up making a slight premium on our initial investment, because there's usually a bump in the valuation every time you do a capital raise. So you want to talk a little bit about why am I so bullish about Mexico? Well, I mean, you can look at what happened with the Mexico peso. I mean, it's been happening for the last year and a half. It's definitely getting stronger. But you know, how did it start off the year? It started off with a roar. It was like a roaring lion. It got to 1687. At the end of trading a couple days ago, and it's kind of settled there, and I think it's going to find some support. I think the US dollar will find some support there, but if it continues to close, and watch the closing number on the weekly basis. And I'm a technical guy, I like to look at the charts, but you got to look at those numbers on a weekly and a monthly basis. And if that dollar starts to close regularly on a weekly basis below 17, and then starts inching below that 1687 and starts closing daily below 1687 on a regular basis, I think there could be some lower numbers to come, probably in that 1650 range. That'll be a good psychological number to find some support. But I'm not buying that the US dollar is going to be collapsing anytime soon overnight. It's going to take time for that to happen. But what I do believe is the peso and some other global currencies are going to continue to gain strength against the dollar, and the dollar's days are done. But again, it's the world denominated currency, so it is not going anywhere overnight. It's going to take a while for this to play out, but it will play out. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Probably see some turmoil in the stock market in 2024, and when that happens, people will rush to the dollar. They'll rush to treasuries, which, by the way, if you do trade, take a look at TLT. And look for the number of 95, okay? So TLT kind of made its way to I think it almost hit 100, maybe actually just got over $100. I entered this trade at $84 quite a while ago because TLT was way oversold, if you want to use that term, and just kind of rode it up and pretty well exited most of my position. I hold, a small amount of TLT, 100 shares now, I believe. But I'm looking to enter back in at 95 and then scale in a position if it continues to go down from there, because I think long-term TLT is going to continue to garner strength. But anyways, back to the US peso, this is what I'm saying. I mean, markets go up, markets go down, they find support, they find resistance. It's just how it works. But when it comes to the Mexican economy and the US economy, those things kind of play out over a long period of time. But the Mexican economy, I liken it to the US in the 1950s, post-war. People are moving here. The economy is just ready to roar. Mexico's there, and there are other things contributing into it, more so than, just a bunch of people coming here on vacation. Like, people are literally moving here, but companies, and specifically Japanese, Russian, and American companies are investing billions, hundreds of billions of dollars in manufacturing here, and the term is nearshoring. I'm going to do a whole video on nearshoring because this is one of the things that is in our thesis as to why Mexico is the place to invest your money in real estate, and there's a whole other ton of supporting data around what it is that we're doing. But the nearshoring phenomena is one of the things that's going to drive the Mexican economy as a whole. And if it's driving the Mexican economy as a whole because people are actually relocating here, because companies are relocating here, manufacturing is being created, they're not only just now manufacturing and exporting goods, they're importing talent. So talent will be imported from other parts of the world, and this is high-end talent, and then it creates these mega manufacturing centers in places like Monterrey, Chihuahua, everything kind of north of south of the border, but north of where we are in Bucerías. But being in a place like Bucerías, you kind of think of it as the California of Mexico. All those people are living in the north. What are they looking to do? They're looking for vacation property. They're maybe looking for a second home. And then when you have people from big cities that are kind of tired of living in the big city and they can work from home, what are they looking to do? Well, they're looking to get out closer to the beach and closer to nature and closer to everything that we have here. And literally we're less than an hour and a half flight away from any of these major cities, and we're just ripe. We're ripe for that long-term boom. So anyways, more on a future video regarding nearshoring. I'm going to go into specific numbers on the number of dollars, billions of dollars that are being invested, how that's shaking out, like what countries are actually putting money in here and why, and then how that's going to kind of all relate to supporting our thesis about Mexico being the perfect place to put your investment dollars in if you want to spread some money around and get involved in real estate outside of your home country. And then we'll dig even a little further deeper, because we are only going to be investing in the Nayarit area in the foreseeable future, because this is what we know. We understand it. We know all the people here. We know all the farmers here, the ranchers. We understand the land. We're not going to go into a zone that is unfamiliar to us. We're going to stay in our charted territory, because to me, there's 100 years of opportunity here. If you're interested in getting in on our land fund, you can email again, info@maravilla.nayarit.com. and I'll get back to you. We'll get you on the list, and then when we're ready to issue the prospectus, we'll get that out, and we'll start taking an initial round of investment, which is going to be probably at pretty favorable terms. And as I said, our goal is to every year be bringing in new capital, and with every you know, with every raise, like we're hoping for a new, well, we're not hoping, we are planning for a new valuation of our company, so that, you know, every time we're raising funds, we're raising it at a higher rate. And all of us who got in at early stages are seeing a bump in our money. And these cows are super interested in what's going on here. Maybe they want to get in on the fund. Hey, what do you guys think? Hey, cows? Love these guys. We like to visit them on a regular basis with our dog walk. They're super friendly. Cows are interesting creatures, very communal. Anyways, Muñeco, I've talked way too much. We're going to continue our ride. Maybe I'll end with a little bit of video, just some point of view video of some riding, and we'll kind of go from there. Been enjoying getting back on the YouTube and enjoying working with NJ. That is I don't say, maybe it is bringing us a little closer together. We're already pretty close, but it's been fun having him part of it. And him and I are going to continue to try to pump out a couple videos a week, and going to do some reruns from movingtomexi.co. And hopefully with all of that, you know, we can rebuild this channel. Oh, one final thing before I leave. Like and subscribe. So if you haven't subscribed, you got to subscribe. And you can now join our channel for a low 49 pesos a month, and that goes to NJ's college fund. So any of that revenue just goes to NJ for, you know, helping him out with his time behind the camera. And it also gets you special content. Like the other day, I almost got arrested by the police. We show you the entire unedited video, so you can, if you become a member, you get to watch that content. Anyways, on that note, I'm getting a little long on a tooth. This is Joel from MaravillaNairit.com from the Upper East Side and Muñeco. And we'll sign off now. Nos vemos, hasta luego, and adios.